Nadine, thanks for this moment. Just before your gigs at Le Ciel. This night is a D-Day for the festival Les Femmes Sans Mêle in Grenoble. How do you feel to be part of it? As it's a festival aiming to make people discover new, good woman music. How do you feel being new for France?
Good new woman music, as opposed to all the bad stuff. No, it's good. It's nice to be a part of the festival. To be asked to play anything is always exciting, you know. It's nice to come to a new place. It's a gorgeous, gorgeous setting as well. We were walking around Grenoble. We were walking around today, and obviously you've got, like, you know, the mountains in the background, and it's just such a special setting. But also it's nice. I've been looking at the bill for the other artists that are playing, and there's some really great acts. So we've discovered some new artists ourselves just by looking at the bill. So yeah, we're pretty excited.
Oh, so do you know any of the artists of Les Femmes Sans Mêle, or are the other women music a complete discovery for you?
The one band that I knew of and I liked the work of beforehand was Cults. Have you heard Cults? Oh, they're very good. Yeah, they're brilliant. It kind of sounds has that like LA kind of dream sound. But there's a few others who I didn't know about. The girl who's playing tonight, Tony, is amazing. She's really cool. So no, I didn't know about any of the other artists. I'd never heard of them. But we've listened to a few and they're fantastic.
So you have a classical music education. How did you come to your actual music?
No, I haven't got any classical training in any music, really. I mean, vocally a tiny bit. It was, I didn't so much go to a music college of any sort to study music. I was involved in it was a very casual thing on weekends. It was a performing arts kind of club, you know, for kids, and we do like these really, really embarrassing performances of musicals and stuff. And so we had a bit of formal training there, just kind of vocal warm-ups and learning how to use your voice properly. I got into, I was a jazz singer for quite a long time. When I was 17, I moved to London to try and make it as a jazz singer. And I did that for a good few years, and I really, really enjoyed it. But it got to a point where there was nowhere else I could take it. You know, I was singing great songs from like the Cole Porter songbook, really, really great songs. But there was only so far I could take it, and I think it got to a point where I really wanted to be creative myself. And I kind of fell out of love with music, and I went to art school, and it was there that I had a really amazing tutor, and she was saying to me, you know, I've heard you singing and I heard you're a musician. Why don't you incorporate it with your art? I thought, that's quite a good idea. And I think it was just that mentality that made me think, okay, I haven't got to have formal training to be a musician and to create my own compositions. I can look at it like an experiment. So I'm going to get a piano. I'm going to see if I can make a noise out of it. And it was like an art project. And so that's how I kind of came about making my own music through art school.
So Love You, Dump and Mad is your first album after 2 EP. I cannot say how many good chronicles I read about it. How do you manage this return?
How do I manage the positive?
Yeah, so much beautiful chronicles.
Yeah, it's nice. It's really good. I mean, I was really surprised. I mean, you release something, you never really know what to expect. You always hope for the best, and you hope that all the reviews are going to be nice or at least kind, you know. But yeah, I was pretty overwhelmed by the response to the album. The critical acclaim was wonderful. It was really strange because when Ben Hillier and I, who made the album together, when we were writing it, we thought that, you know, some people might pick up on it, but there was going to be certain magazines or newspapers that wouldn't write about it because maybe it wasn't commercial enough. But yeah, it was pretty overwhelming, but it's getting good reviews. It's great because then it gives you confidence to then go, okay, yeah, I'm all right at this. I can go and make some more. So it's been very good.
Very good. So I would like to speak about the graphical universe. We can say that your album is perhaps dark or sad, but the artwork, there is a lot of colors. So could you say more about it?
About the artwork?
Yeah.
So I guess on a first glance, the artwork, it looks quite fun. And it looks a bit like, I don't know if you know the work of Jean-Michel Basquiat, who was a pretty cool guy in like the 60s, 70s. He was making work, and the image looks a bit like his because it's bright colours, and they're kind of, the figures that are prominent in the picture, they look very playful, and it's a bit of a rude image on the front, so it's a bit fun. But actually, it's got quite a dark story behind it. A very good friend of mine, the album's actually written about two close friends that I lost. They both commit suicide. They had like mental health problems. So I started writing about them, and one of them was a boy called Matthew Stephen Scott, and he is he painted all the artworks that you can see. They're all of his paintings, and it seemed in keeping to use his artwork, because a lot of the songs were written about Matthew, and also the paintings when he did them. He was very ill at the time. He'd just come out of a psychiatric unit and all the rest, and I think there's a cynicism with those images. Although they look very playful and childlike, they're also, if you look harder, they are quite menacing if you really look at what's going on in the picture. But yes, that's why we use those paintings.
I still inside the universe of graphical universe. You did a lot of video, Return, Hatching Bones, To Be a Young Man, Runaway, beautiful. What is the part of the video or link between music and video? It's to highlight your music?
Yeah, I mean, it was with music videos. It was always an intention of mine to have, to be completely involved in the making of them, deciding everything. It's going to look like this. We're going to film it here and script it, the whole thing. And then I had all these ambitions for doing them myself, but then it just got, we had like a few months of a deadline, and I was really still busy with the album and the music making, that I thought, well, I can't do a great job of it myself or do it justice. So I handed it over to three very close friends have made all the videos. And yeah, I would sit down with them and say, like, okay, I need to tell you exactly what this song's about, and then you just go and do whatever the hell you want to do. And so it's their interpretations of the songs and not so much mine, but I've been really pleased with the outcome, though.
Okay. One of your songs was even chosen for a soundtrack. Would you like to do it again on purpose this time?
What, sorry?
A song for a soundtrack.
Oh, okay, yeah, I see. Yeah. In fact, so Ben is my producer, but we're like partners in crime. We write everything together. Just it has my name on it. And I just take the credit for it. But yeah, we really we've wanted to work in working in soundtracks for quite a while, because we're really interested in experimenting with different things that are outside of our own project. So my brother's a documentary maker, and he makes kind of political, journalistic documentaries. And so we've scored one of his documentaries, and we're doing another one soon. But yeah, it's really good because it hasn't got your own name on it, the pressure of that, and it's any opportunity to collaborate, I always find really exciting. So it's definitely something that we're going to venture in a bit more, I think.
Okay. Any particular crush regarding music you listened lastly? What do you listen today?
Oh, today today I was listening to Scott Walker, but some of his older albums. I was listening to Scott 2, which is one of his, so he did a lot of solo records after he was in a band called the Walker Brothers in the 60s, who were like this, they were like a American kind of a boy band almost. They had some really great songs though. And then he kind of went off and pursued a solo career. And he covered songs by like Jacques Brel. And he's a brilliant lyricist and has this awesome big voice. But I think this song was made in this album, Scott 2, I think that was in the late 60s, but it's really beautiful. So if you've not heard any of his solo stuff, you should have a listen, because he's amazing.
I will try to find it.
Yeah, you should.
So, anything you want to do to add to this interview?
You can't put me on the spotlight. What else do you want to say? I don't know. Buy the album if you haven't already bloody bought it. No, I'm joking. No, I'm done. You can ask anything else though if you'd like.
No.
You can have whatever you want. It hasn't got to be music related. Go for it. Anything.
So we speak about pictures just before the interview. So I speak about Leica. So, which is your last pictures you did?
That I took. Yes. Shamefully, quite a long time ago, because now I've got this stupid iPhone. I'm just like that all the time on Instagram and stuff. But I really miss developing photographs. So the last time I did some, I was in Istanbul, and that was about 3 years ago, when I was like printing my own and stuff. Yeah. Well, that's a lie. I didn't print them myself. I took my own and had somebody else print them for me. But yeah, it's a really beautiful city. So yeah, that was the last time I was doing it. But I'll do some more when I get back. I'll get back into it. I just haven't got your camera. If I had that camera. Oh, we'll see.
Sorry.
We'll see. I'm from the north of England. You have to be careful when you've got objects like that lying around. We've got busy hands.
Okay, thanks a lot. Thanks a lot for this interview. Thanks a lot for the gigs. I am sure that it will be beautiful. So I will take picture of you for the gigs.
You can't thank me about the gig until you've seen it. It might be rubbish. It's not going to be though. It's going to be great. Really. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.